Hello everyone, welcome to DigiBytes. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Discussions with Raghav. So today we are going to discuss about Power BI. I think without wasting any time, I will hand over the baton to Raghav. So Raghav, go ahead.
Thanks, Vaibhav. First of all, last week we discussed what was Microsoft Power Automate, what was the entire Microsoft Power Platform. Now, this week, I think the discussion, what we wanted to do is like, how can somebody start learning this platform, right? That's the next step, right? The next step would be to start learning Power BI, right? That's my first suggestion. And how can we learn Power BI is what we're going to start with today. I mean, I can tell you there are multiple ways, but whatever you want to start with, you want to start with what is Power BI? You want to know, you want me to repeat what is Power BI? What do you want to do first?
I feel for the audience it's necessary to first understand what is BI. When we say business intelligence analytics, what these terms are and how they are related to Power BI, and then actually what we do in Power BI, what is Power BI and its uses, etc.
A very good question, right? So BI stands for business intelligence. Uh, Many people, let's say when you are looking on to this, if you get your newspaper every day and you are seeing a stock market chart, right? So there is a trend line chart coming on. So some person is storing the data on an on constant basis of the stock market and showing a trend line chart that your stock is going up, your Google stock is going up, your Microsoft stock is going up and down, the economy is bad. So there is some kind of intelligent reporting happening on the business, right? So that is business intelligence. And all that happens using data, right? So somebody is
Yep.
storing the data, somebody is collecting the data, and somebody is visualizing the data or showcasing the report. So there are two aspects to it, engineering part of it and visualization part of it. Power BI comes in the visualization piece of it.
That's perfect. And then how Power BI is utilizing the data to convert that data into visualizations. So what actually Power BI does? Is there any kind of code we need to implement, or it is drag and drop? How it works?
So it is not completely drag and drop, right? So why don't I share my screen and for a second and probably show. So let me just
That would be perfect.
yeah. Yeah. So if you can see the screen here, I went into the Microsoft Power BI website. First of all, Power BI to download is free. The desktop version, not the professional license. But if somebody wants to start learning Power BI, they can start learning it for free. Um, what is Power BI? Is a reporting tool, as we discussed. It's definitely not a completely, what do you say, no code, low code platform, completely a no code, low code platform. But there are enough number of ways where somebody who wants to pull data from, let's say, a database or an Excel sheet and not much calculations are required, it can become a no code, low code platform, right?
Yeah.
But the advantage of Power BI is if you see it's growing in demand, we can go probably, I can give you a couple of examples where, yeah, so why Power BI, if you go into, while that is loading, so if you see here, its advantage is growing. So it is compared, it is working or it's compared against the top BI tools, right? So not
Yeah.
only it has no code, low code platform, but also it has immense capabilities of what you can say is customizations, calculations, and the ability to write calculations, which are primarily called DAX, D-A-X, DAX calculations,
Yeah.
right? And you can data model the data. Well, so I want to search, if I go to Google, and this is how I want somebody to learn Power BI. And that is the reason I want to show this. I want to type there, I want to ask them to type DAX Power BI. This is the exact query they need to type, right? And once they type that, they'll know what is DAX. So DAX, they will know what it is, how you want to get trained about, what are the different functions. You see, there are different
Yes.
levels of uh, calculations. What you can do is you can do aggregations. What is average, count, product, sum? What are my date and time functions? I want to calculate what is my uh, age, start and end date, right? So that is date difference. So there are multiple calculations, math functions, logical functions. So you can do a lot of calculations around it, and you should be able to present it. Yes.
That's perfect. So, um, audience, if you are trying to learn Power BI, so going through the DAX calculations and all the functions it supports will be really fruitful for you to customize the calculations and enhance the feature of Power BI. So, the link you can see in the video itself. So, go through these links, explore more, and if you have any doubts you can mention always in the comments. Raghav will here to support you.
Yes. And probably the next thing what I also want to tell Vaibhav is, like, if somebody wants to learn Power BI for free, right? Which is one of the very standard topics I get, like, hey, I want to learn Power BI. I don't have a very good course. There are so much of information in YouTube, but they want sometimes to organize data somewhere. So first of all, YouTube is very good. All you have to do is you have to consume it properly. There are extraordinary tools um, and technologies which are already in YouTube. Power BI is one. There are so many different influences where I have seen that Power BI is there. But apart, so I'm a very high YouTube user for Power BI. But apart from that, I want to suggest a non-YouTube link also, right? So for
Yeah,
non-YouTube link, I generally use something called edx.org. In edx.org, so edx.org, it is a free learning platform. And I think when you enroll for Power BI, so these are the different courses I've enrolled for. When you enroll for a course, you get 90 days of free enrollment. So you can just go to, let's say you go to edx.org and you go to analyzing and you search for Power BI, you would get the course for free.
yeah,
And if you want to convert it to certificate, you might have to pay $199, right? So
yes.
I did this certification probably 2 years back, and at that time it was like 99 or $100. So I was doing it because I wanted to do my Power BI certification. But now these are the topics what they basically say. They introduce what is Power BI, what are the different transformations what they use, how to really data model in Power BI, right? So this was a course, and what are the quiz, how they give you examples of uh, data visualization use cases, and use on that they will be able to I mean, they give you a problem, you have to solve it, and that will be the lab. There are 11 questions in it. So you
Mm,
will get a
that
lab.
would be
There are,
perfect.
so yeah, go ahead, sorry.
That would be perfect, I think, because it will give them a like detailed overview that how they can proceed and work on the different components of the tool.
Correct, absolutely. And that is what it is. So they will be able to do it for each of the areas. Let's say Power BI service is where they publish so you are, and for that you might need a professional license. And there is a way that you can get your professional license also as a trial, right?
Yeah,
And this course tells it how to do it. So you have to create a Microsoft account, and you can get your professional license for. So yeah, so there are a lot of things what people can learn from this, and I would definitely recommend this course. It helped me to kick off the Power BI journey.
so that was a perfect explanation, Raghav, that how you can start your journey in Power BI and getting the license and going through different details. But now I want to highlight one important question here that is very relevant for all the freshers or maybe the corporates who are already working in BI field. What is the good job market for Power BI? Is it like there are a lot of requirements, or it is just so and so? How you see this as a uh, right job profile for the audience?
So definitely for the community, right? There are two, three ways of what you can look at. So in my previous videos also we have spoken about this. First is the data engineer track, right? Then you have the data visualization track. Let's keep it two ways, right? And data visualization, people in between, or there is some overarching area of data scientist. So data engineer, data scientist, and a data visualization specialist, right? So if you want to learn only Power BI, you can enter into the data visualization market, right? But because of Power BI, you do something called Power Query, right? So you're doing your Power Query, you're pulling all the data, and you're trying to model all the data in the Power BI itself. That is possible. Or
Right.
otherwise, you do your modeling in SQL Server. But because of being in the Power BI area, you might become a slight tilt over data engineer. A simple, if you imagine a Venn diagram, there is a little bit of overlap onto the data engineer side too. But however, if you want to become a data scientist, let's say, right, who is using Python or different kinds of different technologies, Power BI has this customization extensions where you can use that too. So it is right in the middle of data engineer, data visualization, and a data scientist. So wherever you want to go, right, you want to become either one of these three, Power BI is one of those tools which the companies have started adopting. So your job market is there for all three of them. First of all, where you want to go, and this particular skill is an added advantage. First of all, and if you want to only focus on Power BI, that is a data visualization specialist. Second part, companies have adopted Microsoft as an enterprise tool, right? With Azure, let's say for Google, Google has bought Looker. It's their enterprise kind of a tool, right?
Right.
Salesforce has bought Tableau. Anybody who has got Salesforce running, everybody's running. Tableau is their main CRM analytics reporting. Microsoft has Power BI in it. So there is
Yes.
people who have completely become this Microsoft shop, right? I have everything is running on Azure. My database is all SQL Server, Azure SQL, Synapse, all these databases. I've already adopted Power BI because it's just $9.99 per month for a
Yes.
professional license. And I think for many companies, um, I don't know if it's probably inflation $20 also, if I put $20 or Indian rupees like 2,000, 3,000 rupees per month. For companies to just spend 2,000, 3,000 rupees per month for one model author, let's say, 1,000 users are being advantage. Let's say one Power BI developer is enough for 1,000 web users. Let's say, right? So
Yes.
10. The cost is causing the adoption more, right? And because the cost is low and it has all the features like other tools, like, and it is the, if you've seen the chart in Gartner, it is all actually the leader. It is higher than
Yep.
MicroStrategy. It is higher than Tableau. Cost is low, and you have higher. Obviously, if I'm a business guy, if I'm a CEO of a company, I'm like, hey, I'll just buy Power BI, right? It's giving me all the features, right? So job market would already be there. So people are moving from one tool to another tool. Yes. Are they moving into Power BI? Yes. Why? Cost is one of the reasons. So job market will be
So,
there. It's already out there.
so for viewers, it's a perfect tool to be adopted because it has a good job market. And last question that will summarize this whole discussion is, what is the salary bracket that the job for Power BI lands in?
Very good question, actually. And if you go to Glassdoor, right? I can tell you the salary is between right from 10, 15 lakhs in India to up to 25 lakhs based on your experience level. And in the US, it is around $90,000 to around 130, $140,000 based on your experience level, right? So if you are right out of college in India, you might start getting around 4 to 5 lakhs also. But you have to have some proper visualization projects, and you should be able to understand the phenomena of data and reporting. Right? If you understand that phenomena of data and reporting, how they both relate to each other, I think that is more important, and Power BI becomes an added fuel for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds perfect.
correct.
So summarizing what we have gone through till now, we learned about that how we should start with Power BI. What are the different ways we can learn Power BI through online tutorials, through Google search, and through the Microsoft content that is available with the DEX expressions. And apart from that, we talked about job market, how many people are there who are looking for this tool, because it's a cost effective, and companies are really adopting it. And also we talk about how the salaries will be ranging from a fresher to an experienced level person. So overall it will be a complete video package for you to understand and start with Power BI.
Yeah.
Hope you are able to learn multiple things here. And thank you, Raghav, for sharing all your insights. And in case, audience, you feel that there are any other questions that you would like to get answered for, then you can comment in the comment section, or even can write us on the email that has been given in the description section.
Yeah. All the best. Hopefully, learning Power BI is not that tough, but we should start somewhere. That's it. Yeah.
And if you like our content, please do subscribe our channel and share with others.
Yep. Thank you. Take care.